Aries, good morning. How you doing, guys? Just need to let you know that Emily's in the corner trying not to munch on crisps, but she is doing that.
Hello.
Very quickly, Aries, I think you know by now there's a lot of readings that are not going out over on YouTube, and unfortunately you are one of them until after Christmas. Your monthlies will be, okay, your monthly readings, but the weekly readings won't. Okay, that will be for a little while. So each person on YouTube, the ones that are not going to be on YouTube is Libra, Cancer, Aries, Taurus and Aquarian. Okay, but the monthlies will be. Okay, so you'll probably get 2 within the month, but all weeklies involving these star signs will not be over on YouTube. They will only be here. Okay, I'm just sticking for that for a little while, but we'll do your weekly reading with this card, and then we'll look onto what's in the tea like I would do on YouTube normally for you guys. You're just getting it all on here at once. Okay, let's see. So Aries, what's coming up for Aries this week, please? For Aries, please show me what Aries has got coming up this week. So you got 3 of Swords, you got Piscean, Sagittarius placement, Life Path 5 or Taurus placement. Some sort of like, I don't know, like a bad environment, a bad situation. Could be metaphysical with a lover or a mother, okay? But again, it's still like restricted environment. It's not very good for a person. Not, if I say not, you say Pisces. So always when I say 3s and say not, that will always be not a very good circumstance. Whatever that is, it's just not a very good circumstance with that person. Okay, so let's see, Aries, what they got coming up this week, please, for Aries. So you got Scorpio placement or Life Path 4, yourselves. You got Libra energy. So you've got, like I said, you can watch this as Scorpio, Aries, Life Path 4, or any placement of Aries or Scorpio, it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's this transition that someone's trying to go through of leaving something in the past and going towards the future. But a decision of justice. So it means work. I'm just basically working, so on and so forth, trying to earn a living. Let's see. Aries this week, please, Aries. Yeah, so there is a relationship here. You've got Pisces, a hangman. So it's kind of like this transition that people are going from the past to the future. So don't forget, hopefully, if you've seen the other readings that are on Patreon, where I've been talking about numerology, of how that important that is, being prepared, that now we're coming up to year 7. Year 6 is 2022, year 7 is 2023, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? 7s are about travel and movement, planning, and then also investing. So it's leaving past behind, transitioning. But at the moment, because we're leading up to Christmas, what it is a plan of transition, okay? Like, you know, people don't transition until numerology changes. When your numerology changes is when transitions start to happen, okay? It's like my yearly number of 7 that was last year, or this year, last year. Life Path and yearly number, both 7s, is when I bought an expensive car. Okay, first one, properly, a proper car. So, or Jimmy, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Carmel, Mel, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Aries this week. So numerology is really important. So there's a karmic energy where someone is at home. This is the transition. This is waiting for time to tick by until I can move here. So movement is on the plans. You'll see everybody in the chats thinking about moving. They're all going through endings. They're all going through transition spiritually, mentally and emotionally, being prepared for after Christmas. This is why a lot of people put off moving until after Christmas. Okay, but the transition is going to be within the 7 energy. Okay, so that'll be, at the moment where I am is very karmic. It's very frustrating. This is Michael also. So it's very frustrating. Things are not kind of going my way. I can't wait until the day that I get to start transitioning and moving from a family house, okay, or a home or relationship, okay, or something that is built, okay, something that is built. Let's see, because that would be 7, you see, the tower. Could be building, renovating, house, home, all of those kind of things, starting over from ground zero. which is here, 0, okay. Aries this week. So it's more plans. Oh, Jesus Christ, you got Jesus Christ. You got you got the King of Swords, which is in reverse. You got a very bad narcissistic parent or ex-husband or lover here. Or mother. I'm definitely hearing mother energy. Because the King of Swords is in reverse. It's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarian placement or all. There's a lot of air that come from that person. That's why it's restrictive. That's why it's very karmic energy. Ex-husband or parenting situation here at home. So it's very restrictive. That's why there's transition here. So there's a plan. This is always a plan. But at the moment I can't because there's something standing in my way, which is time, basically. Scorpio is about a long time. So I've been here a long time. I've done this a long time. Okay, but I need to start thinking about moving obstacles out of my way, which is a transition. Okay, when you look at justice, you look at judgment. Judgment is a transition from dark to light. Okay, this is dark energy to light energy. So transition is where we are now. Soon as you are born, you're dying. Okay, so what we are is we don't get to heaven and confess out our sins. We cross over now. We're doing that now. That's the situation bridge. So the gap between this reality and the next reality is what we're going through now. Okay, then we meet an obstacle of a bridge that has a gap. That's a milestone. I've reached a certain point of my life to realise the next step that I have to make. There is a hurdle that I have to get over before I transition. So you don't have to meet Jesus at the gate to say, what did you learn? What do you need to sin? Okay, you're doing that now. Okay, you're physically doing it now with the energy of God that you meet. When you meet a soulmate, you meet an energy of God. So you purge and you release and you let go and you transition through purgatory, year 9, dark, everybody. Okay, everybody is in 9 years, okay, cycles. Okay, then we start again and then we go through. When we get to year 7, we transition over. Okay, is where we start going further. Okay, we're crossed hurdles. We've come to a lot of realizations that things are ending, that things need to start moving, things need to start traveling and going and moving on and away from energies towards other ones. So you've kind of got this starting over new life that seems to be coming up. So you got Gemini, you got for a love life from 1 to 1. Okay. You've got let's see, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, Linda, Belinda, Cece. You've got a child here, or a person. Aries coming up this week. 2, and then yourselves, Aries. Okay, so there's a divorcing couple here, or a divorced couple. This is the ex-husband. That's the divorced person here, ex-husband. You got this choice that is of can't yet, okay, can't make one yet. I don't know what are the signs it's really showing me here, because there's a karmic energy that someone's still at. They're still at that point of transition. They're just kind of having to wait for that. What's this? Because 6 is about waiting where I am. So this is I am. This is a Michael person. What is this? 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Yeah, not opening up. Restriction. Feel restricted. The environment I'm in is causing restriction, so it's not helping me. It's closing me down. It's making me feel uncomfortable, unwanted, not welcome, because I don't feel safe. So I've got to transition. Things have soon got to change, okay? Because they're not getting on. This is a stubborn energy that just keeps fighting someone all the time. Coming to the realization that it doesn't work. So there needs to be transition. What's the Temperance energy here for? Is a High Priestess. So Piscean, Life Path 3, moving to or from Mother energy also. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, you could be dealing with a Meg Ryan, which means a third party situation. You've got 3 and 3 here. Tell me more about this Empress energy here, because it could be a mother. 8 of Wands, yeah, so there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of communicating between a couple that are definitely present here. What is Justice for? Justice is a Libra, so they're getting very aggressive, and now they're starting to be defended and offending themselves, or something's going on with them. Cutting people off, cutting people out, not letting them in, blocked. What's the Wands for? 7 of Wands. Yeah, so something is not going according to plan as fast as they want it to. It's not happening as quick as they want it to. It could be communicating. They want communication now, but it doesn't come now. What's the Ace of Wands? Ace of Wands. Could be fights between children and court justice here. So someone's single up in this compared to someone that's in a relationship. Someone's trying to look on the bright side of life energy here, which is a Virgo. Life path 9. What's the 9 of Pentacles? Could have children, could be involved here. Could be another person. What is the Hangman here for? Hangman is the King of Cups, water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or all of the above. There's a relationship here. Someone's with someone. There's just ex-mother. It's either a mother or father, or it's an ex present. What's the Sun energy for? The Sun is waiting on investments of business and making it grow. Okay, like a big business, a lot of money. Because the Sun with the 7 of Pentacles is really bringing in harvest. Harvest Moon. What is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for? So that's a 3 of Swords in reverse. Something is really not going in someone's favour. What's the 3 of Swords? A 4, Scorpio, Pisces, and 2, Libra. Something is a karmic energy around a Libra person, maybe. Like a lot of like negative energy, karmic energy, a lot of frustration. And what's the King of Swords in reverse? Fight or flight energy is a 2, Libra. Still not talking around a Pisces or a life path 7, Cancerian. There's a lot of this avoiding someone and going towards someone, like avoiding, coming back, going, leaving, staying. So it could be where someone lives somewhere, they travel, they go somewhere, but then they have to go back to the place that they reside. Okay. And it could be to an ex, like keep going backwards and forwards to an ex, but it can also be someone that has children that has to keep communicating with their ex. They don't have to, but they keep deciding to do that. What's the Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles is a, there's the crossover and the bridge of the Justice, Judgment, sorry. Still no decision or movement forward, 2 and 2. Libra right up in here. I don't know, I can't work that out. There's just 2s, 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 2 again, 2 again. It's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 connection here, 1 connection there. Still not finished with the past, still not moved on. Grief-stricken, negative energy, metaphysical, still doing the same. Unable to make a choice about leaving. Don't really know, don't know where to go. So I have to stay doing the same. So they're stuck on the same person, the same, just doing the same. Watch the Lovers. Day-to-day life of the same. No transition. What's the Lovers for? Yeah, there's a, oh God, there's a mother. So you got Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, life path 9, Sagittarius, Taurus, life path 5. There's a very restrictive energy there that's negative. Negative, negative, negative. Worry, 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 worry. A worry wart. Someone that worries and projects their negative blame upon another here. Or a mother to son and father. Whichever way, who's to blame, there is no one, they're just parting ways. They're soon realising that someone is about to go and make a decision to leave here. And I bet you my bottom dollar that all this starts to happen next year. I bet you. Life 7s. They're all going to be made decisions on where it'll just start coming to you. Things are moving along quite quickly. Right, here. Page of Swords. So, there you go. 7s, moving, thinking about travelling, thinking about moving out and moving on, okay? Because it's just so much restriction between ex-husband, wife and family that they're trying to think about themselves here. Might not be children, but it could be the person that they go to. What is the Chariot here for? Yeah, a new beginning and a fresh start. A holiday coming up. Travelling. Planning on moving. What is the Two of Pentacles? It'll either be travelling or moving. But again, Six of Pentacles. 6, 7, 8. So that is like... hold on a minute. The Emperor. So it's a child that could be thinking about moving. The Tower, yeah. Because things being so restrictive and that the devil energy is here around your children or the parent, the ex-parent energy. Someone really considering moving away from all the toxicity and the devastation or Devi in order to go towards something that's better because of the amount of stable and unstable energy present. Okay. So... you got two energies of 4, the Death card and Aries, but around something of that could be like me having Aries in Jupiter and being around a life path 4. Okay, it just it's very restrictive. So what you've got is people that are considering leaving, moving on. I've literally just got really bad indigestion. Come out on them.
Have you?
It's because I just had me jab. I'm alright actually, I think it'll go. Yeah, tough. Sorry, I just had my Sexander and it gives me really bad heartburn, indigestion. Yeah, so you got this transition moving, just waiting and planning. Might be to do with money and finances that just now doesn't seem to be the right time. I've got to wait for that to come up after Christmas. Okay, so there's not a lot I can do about it, here. It just feels like the time is slowing down. It normally does towards Christmas because that's where we all transition over to the next year, the next yearly cycle of all of us experiencing 7. Okay. So there's your general overview reading. So not a lot real happening. There's a lot of travelling backwards and forwards to a commitment and a relationship there, but there's also a divorced couple and had kids and blah blah blah, but now seeing someone else. So let's see, Aries, please show me any messages for Aries that needs to be aware of coming up in their environment around Aries, please. Any messages to be aware of around Aries' environment this week? So you've got played out. So this whole scenario has played itself out that much. You got someone that stalks and spies on a person to make them feel really uncomfortable. So this could be at home. It could be a neighbour, someone that watches out for the neighbours. Okay, but because this is a curtain twitcher. But it can also be where they're living. The person just keeps an eye on everything that they do. They try to take over the life for the person. They want to know when they're coming, where they're going, when they come home, where they're being, what they're doing. And it's spying on a person's life. It keeps trying to have an input, but it's creeping a person out. Makes them feel creeped out, okay, that someone's constantly keeping an eye on me all the time. You don't need to do that. It creeps me out, makes me feel weird, makes me feel strange that you're always concerned about what I'm doing, okay? I don't want to go over what I've ranted and raved over on YouTube, but constantly keeping an eye on another person is restricting them from being able to breathe and just go out without saying anything if that's what they wanted to do. So they always feel like they need to check in to the person that is constantly keeping an eye on them. It's very creepy behaviour, so, it's played out and played out. It's possibly made people feel very uncomfortable around where they're living, okay? And I'm just so frustrated. It could even be around neighbours. Like, you've got neighbours that are very fucking restrictive and very annoying and, what am I doing? Scorpio. So, I just see my sister last night, which is a Sagittarian, but her daughter is a Capricorn, and she's moving. She moved in with her boyfriend last year. Well, I don't think they've even been in there a year. She's now leaving and coming back to this town here. It's only a few blocks down, but Jenny. But when they moved, they keep getting tickets on their fucking car saying, how dare you park here? We're not used to all of this, you yobbos. And they're a brilliant couple. But now it's made them feel so uncomfortable around where they live, they got to now fucking move because of neighbours. Okay?
Because there's no proper parking.
Because there's no proper parking. So they all fight for car parking spaces and get really pissed off, say, how dare you take my space? You're new here. I always park here. Fucking... just like shit, really. So that's made them feel really uncomfortable now because they don't feel welcome. Because they now feel when they come home from work, they're being watched and spied. Okay? So it's like that feeling, okay? People want to move because they can't fucking stand being watched. Let's see. You know, I'm moving from stalking being online because the chances of an ex watching tarot readings for an ex, it's just barbaric. And why people keep saying, yeah, I bet they are watching my YouTube or my Facebook that they're blocked from. It's impossible. They just want that to be happening or believe it. You know, it isn't, stalking and spying really isn't like Facebook because it's quite simple to just cut all of that out. It's really not a problem, you know. And if it they've got my phone number, well then it's quite easily, you know, you just change your phone number. It's really not much of a hardship in order to do that. You know, don't give out your phone number to anybody. Change your phone number, change your email, change everything about it, and there you go. Okay, normally when stalking and spying it's around the house, the home, the village and the town that I feel really fucking uncomfortable in, okay? Because my ex lives next door or something like that, right? And I live too close to where there are people that are not very good, okay? So it's people that always constantly keep an eye on people all the time, right? So let's see. Aries. What should Aries be aware of? Because you always have to realise if you're watching tarot, you're spying. Whether you're cross-watching their sign or not, you're watching your own sign to see what's going to be happening with that person. So it creates you to be a spy because you're looking for information without asking for it to the person itself. So you're looking for, like if you was to get a personal tarot reading, you're spying on someone else because you're asking questions about them without their permission. So it doesn't mean that you're weird or strange, that's just the rule of tarot. Okay, but you do have to realise that, you know, stalking and spying is basically finding out information on another person's life without physically asking their permission or them themselves. Okay, so don't worry about what stalking and spying really is. Okay, so you've got romantic, that's why it would come up in a reading. So romantic love affair, sex, fix, secret lover, fuck buddy. So you got someone that's stalking and spying on someone else's possible relationship and they're just a fuck buddy here. Possible. Okay, and it's played out that this many times, someone coming back and forwards and backwards and in, that you could be a bingo dobber, you know. Let's see. Aries, for them to be aware of. Well, you're dealing with a player, someone that's not serious in a relationship. Inside scoop, someone, I told you, it's near the stalking energy. Closer look, nosing up in your business, here. Constantly concerned about other people's life other than my own. And then you get people that hate. This is why I stopped doing Aries online. Because I was getting more fucking flack, less views, more hatred, more comments of fucking hatred. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. That I just got sick to death of the negative energy around my channel. So the only way I can do that is cut it off. And unfortunately, the nice, bright people suffer from it. But I can't keep having it around me, right? So, you know, if you want to support me, then stay on Patreon. But, like I said, you've got people that are hating people. They're hating upon people. Because they could be cross-watching and spiritually hating people that are moving on. That they're stalking the shit out of. Not wanting people to be happy for themselves. You know, you're moving out. I don't want you to be happy. You're supposed to be happy with me. I'm your ex-husband or wife. No, am I fuck? No, I don't have to be if I don't want to be. Okay, but you get people that stalk and spy people's channels so they could, because they thrive off hatred. They're narcissistic people, because they, like, if you look at narcissism, right, It works off a secondary emotion that actually isn't an emotion. It is given to you by a dopamine hit. Okay, false dopamine hit. So it means that when I get to do these to you, I feel that frustrated that I feel relieved when I've told you all of this shit. Okay, so I get a hit of dopamine. That's why a narcissist can globally do this, because they set up energies in order to have a great big rush of energy, because they do it to multiple people at once, and then they see the domino train fall, and then they get what they want, and they get a little bit of dopamine from him, a little bit, we'll just class it as energy, but you know, fear is what they base on, so they can make you feel feared to leave or go or stay or say or do anything. So they make you in fear. So if you're kind of like, okay, I've got an ex and they stalk and they spy and they know where I live, and they've just sent me a message saying that they're going to turn up at my house, that puts you in fear. That is a dopamine that they're getting, knowing that you're in fear of them. That's why they make you fear them, okay? Because they know that you're going to be shitting yourself, okay? Pretty much not wanting the person to come round. You will basically be on edge. That is the person psychically hitting you, okay? So they're emotionally abusing you by this, okay? By making you feel, is this person actually going to turn up at my door? Is this person actually going to flip the script if I was to be in their vicinity? Are they going to fucking shout and scream? It's fear. They work, narcissism works on fear, adrenaline, dopamine hits. Okay? They can't feel it themselves. That's why they cause it. Because they want a feeling that they can't reach. They can't do it themselves. Their brain doesn't work, okay, the same as other people. So they get that rush of adrenaline that creates through anger and aggression and spiritual hatred, or hatred itself, aggression. Okay, aggression causes pain, pain causes dopamine. You can't have a hit of dopamine until you've caused pain. Have to be in pain. You've got to bang your leg or kick your foot, okay, or stamp on someone's foot for the dopamine of life to kick in to try and heal it and try and fix it. The more pain, the more dopamine. The more numbness that you will feel. Okay, so you've got to have a big dopamine hit. A narcissist works off the same. The bigger the fall, the greater the fall, the bigger the trick, the bigger the dopamine hit. The bigger the pain threshold, the more dopamine I will get. Okay, so you get these people that cause a lot of fear and anxiety in your life, to fear them. Okay, the more you do that, the more dopamine that they're getting from you is feeding them dopamine. Their like pain threshold of a narcissist isn't really pain. What it is causing people pain because they can't feel it. So they cause people harm, cause people pain. When they do cause that, that's when they get that rush, what we just get naturally by doing good. Okay, so they don't feel that. That's why they cause it, because they can't feel. So they drain. Okay, leech energies. It's probably not even their fault. It's just that the fact that their brain doesn't work the same. It's not wired up correctly. Okay. So let's see. Now people would say, oh, it's because we need to blame their parents for doing that to them. Now they can be raised that way, but you know, that's trauma, fucking PTSD and everything. You know, a person can still turn out very strange, you know. But it's, yeah, it's all absorbed in through how the brain was treated as a child. It's just their wiring is wired up different. Okay. So it takes them a long time to realise, hold on a minute, my wiring isn't right. I was wired and raised the wrong way. Played out. So, Piscean, life path 3. Empress, with a wife or a husband. 5 of Swords, argumentative mother. It's played out, played out, played out, and played out, and played out. Till it's sick. This person keeps an eye on them all the time. You can watch it as a life path 4. Scorpio, Aries. But spying, look. This person makes this person fearful when they're around them. Okay, around a Pisces or Pisces mother or whichever way around it is. But I make you that uncomfortable around me is because I'm constantly keeping an eye on everything you say or do. If you don't say anything, I'm going to flip out when you're around me and that'll make the person tiptoe around them. And then the more they don't say, the more aggressive the person gets. Makes them feel even more and more uncomfortable. Yeah. The person doesn't get it. So they work off the dopamine hit. Like I said, as soon as they get to do that, they release an energy of dopamine to themselves. I feel such relief now. I'm there. Right, I got you. Right, here. So please don't do this. Okay, I'll keep doing it because I know I can get more of a dopamine hit. So I can make you believe and trick you and fool you that I'm okay now, Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, Jackie, Julian, Justin, G. I can now trick you and believe, make you believe that I'm okay now. And then suddenly flip the script, multiple personality disorder kicks in, they go back to their old ways. It's played out multiple times. So transition is happening next year. Stalker. Spying on the person's life. An Aquarian or a Leo. It's making the person really uncomfortable and wanting to leave. They've had enough. They can't take it any longer. They avoid the person. When I'm out, I wonder if they're watching me. When I'm going out, where are you going? Excuse me, young man, where are you going? Out. Where? Through this tunnel. Okay, don't forget you've left all this. Yeah. Okay, don't forget your packed lunchbox. And yeah. Right, here, 8 of Cups. I'm trying to get out the door without you knowing, asking me what, where, how, and what time and everything. So they avoid. Okay. What's the romantic love affair here for? Is, again, negative Nelly and maybe with another person. Like I said, you can have parents that are jealous over people's relationships, that they spend more time with other people. I don't like it that you spend more time over there than you do over here. Can be anybody in life. They don't like being left alone. They have all of these problems going on. Okay. Fear of rejection, abandonment, so on and so forth. Okay. And resentment. Okay. I resent the fact that I'm always left on my own. Okay. So I resent you having a life without me. So I resent it. Okay. So you've got this negative person that constantly reflects an energy of negativity when they go to see this other person here. Okay. I don't like him or her, or you can go over there, but when you come back, have an input with me. But that's played itself out that many times that it's just brought more distrust, because it's keeping an eye on it. It's asking, where have you been? Where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you seeing? What? It's personal. Okay, it's a personal life. It's my personal life. So inside scoop. So they just dig more and more for info. Close up, nosy. Yeah, into a Pisces life they go. That's the dramatic energy of why you ask yourselves, why do Pisces all have this very dramatic lifestyle of a scapegoat, victim, aggressor? They do here. Because they want to be free. They want to be able to do that. Okay, they want to dream big and live big. But whilst they feel restricted and blamed and having to do things for another, the fish will become a salmon. And it will start swimming against the flow and the current of going my own way and swimming out into the ocean and feeling free and, I don't need to do anything for anybody. So if they feel really hangmanish that I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of just being a scapegoat and a victim of just being stuck here, okay, you're constantly wanting to know where I'm free. I just don't want to speak or talk or do anything. I don't want anyone knowing about my private, love life. Who I love, what I do is down to me. Where I go is down to me. I need to be free. Okay. So you've got this person that hates a person's freedom of speech, choice, no speech, whatever. Being with someone, not being with someone, being on their own, whichever way around it is, it doesn't matter. The person can't stand the person's relaxed energy. See, what you also have to realise is that a relaxed energy doesn't have dopamine running through the body. It doesn't have adrenaline, doesn't have fear. It's relaxed. That's why a person doesn't like relaxation. Okay? So when the person's very calm, collective, speaks very soft and quiet, and doesn't say much at all, and moves in silence, the person doesn't like it because they like fast, aggression, responses, now, impatient. Okay? And that's how they get their dopamine hit. If the person's really calm and then I get you to respond. Your energy level and your pain threshold then will be of a block, and I've now got what I wanted. Okay. And they can also do this at a distance as well, because if you've never blocked out an ex, and I mean physically no communication whatsoever, and physically moved from their environment of where they know that you are, and they have a way of finding you, you will constantly live in fear itself, running from the person. So if you live in the same town or village, they know where you live, they can send you emails or text messages or stay in contact with you and, you know, tell you that they're coming. Okay. So this is the difficult choices of life. If it comes down to parents and stuff, okay, how much input do I allow you to have? How much limited amount of dopamine and adrenaline am I prepared to spend to give you? How much time am I prepared to do that, to give you that? Because a person's narcissistic supply isn't just one. They can get fed up when they know that they can't get that supply anymore when a person's moved on. So they'll just move on to another game that they can play with another to be able to get that from someone else, because they'll have quite a few things lined up of their rush of adrenaline. So, you know, you've got to be aware of your surroundings there, but that's what that is about your environment. Be careful around your environment. It's everything. Okay, so there you go, Aries. That's what I've got for you guys. Thanks very much, and stay tuned for your next reading.